What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Game Over Gokuma. Welcome back to Dark Souls. Last time we defeated the Gaping Dragon, I just realized too, I didn't read the information on the axe that he dropped for us. I'm going to quickly just have a look at that before we get into this episode, because I don't want to leave anything out. The Dragon King Great Axe. This axe, one of the rare dragon weapons, is formed by the tail of the Gaping Dragon, a distant, deformed descendant of the everlasting dragons. The axe is imbued with mystical power to be released when held with both hands. I'm not ever going to get the strength to find out what that mystical power is, but there you go. It said it was like a corrupted descendant of the everlasting dragons. So the everlasting dragons were the guys you saw in the opening cutscene that were defeated by Gwyn. There is one in the game, actually, if you know where to look. We won't be seeing him for quite some time, but today we're making a trip down into Blighttown. Now, I started talking about Blighttown last episode, but I didn't get to finish what I was saying, because I got distracted by, you know, boss fights and things like that. Blighttown is a genuinely hated area, and for good reason. It's full of toxic and poison, which in and itself is not a bad thing. I think the area is actually quite good in the way it doles out that stuff. Some people say it's cheap with the toxic enemies around that use toxic darts, but the game gives you that shield that we picked up beforehand, so you can't complain too much. And like I said, there are some people who be like, Dan, you missed like tons of stuff in these sewers, and to that I say, I know, and I don't care. I hate exploring this place. I'm done with it. Blighttown's biggest issue for me, and for most people, is the actual frame rate. The frame rate absolutely tanks in Blighttown, and it's a mixture of that tanking frame rate and along with the issue of poison that makes it truly difficult. If you're playing through it on PC, it's actually not too bad. What I am going to be doing though is I'm going to be swapping out my Grass Crest shield for the Spider shield so that I have some degree of protection against the poison and toxic down here. Now, as I said, I usually avoid this place. I never come this way anymore. I get the master key so I can get in here from a completely different entrance, which is actually where we'll be leaving today. I will be coming through Blighttown just to show it off a bit. I won't be getting all the items or anything. I'm just going to be making my way through it as best I can. And then we're going to be beelining it out the other side, because we picked up an Ember a couple of episodes ago, which will allow us to ascend our Boulder Knight sword past +5, and I want to do that as well as upgrade my repair my weapons and get some other little trinkets, some of the little bits and pieces. But welcome to Blighttown. These guys aren't too bad. Ow, I say as he beats my ass into the ground. The best way to dealing with these guys... Oh, I thought I was far enough away. Apparently not. Best way to deal with these guys, actually, it's probably easier with this weapon, is to get behind them, give them a good old-fashioned backstab. Oh, he had iframes right there, really? Fuck you, I've got to get used to these guys' timings again. Usually I've actually upgraded my weapon a bit before I've come here as well, which I haven't done this time because of the way I'm playing through it. Just making these guys a little bit tougher than I'm used to them being. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Although I'm already down to 2 Estus, which is not ideal at all. Not at all. Thankfully there's a bonfire ahead, if you know where to look. It's a bit of a pain in the ass to get to, but it's not the worst thing in the world. Can I get a backstab with this? Oh shit, I can! Whoa, 528? Damn, son. Hot damn. This weapon is great. And I'm really glad I got to pick it up. It's making life a lot easier. Okay, so... go this way. Just want to get rid of all these guys. Something I did last time because I was an idiot. I completely forgot that you needed to beat the Gaping Dragon to get the key to open those gates up there, the gates to Blighttown. So I came all the way... I went my usual way where I avoid Blighttown, and then went about the business of being like, I'm going to climb up out of the depths. That's going to be my... See, this guy shoots toxic, and if you got this shield, you can just wreck him. If you don't have this shield, you're in for a bad time. And you can already see the frame rate is starting to tank like a motherfucker. Which is why this area is so shit. And we've got all these guys running up here after me. That's good. The more we can clear out, the less, the lower the chance of, like, surprise attacks. Oh my god, there's so many dudes. So many! I don't remember these guys having this much health, to be honest. Oh, really? That missed? Huh. Oh well. Oh well! That must have been that guy that was down there. So there's a lot of items in here I will be missing, because I'll be honest, I don't know my way around Blighttown that well. I will show you the main way through. And if you do end up playing through this and you want to take the time to explore Blighttown yourself, well, that's on you. There's definitely some really interesting items in here. And I'm not going to pretend that there's not, because there definitely is. There's definitely some cool stuff throughout this area. But I just... no. I just know. Oh man, I'm already down to my last S's. I'm only at the entrance. God help me. God help me. Alright, let's get back up here. Keep going forward. But thankfully the first bonfire isn't actually that far into it, but the area around it, like in terms of exploration, is so dense with stuff. Looks like we've... no, there's another guy. It's not so bad exploring once everyone's dead. That's kind of the way you want to do it. You want to kill everyone, and then once everyone's dead, then you want to... that's when you want to explore. But the way the frame rate... ugh. Ooh, moving platform. The way the frame rate tanks so hard just makes it so much... not good. If it wasn't for the frame rate, like, I don't care about the poison. I don't... honestly, it doesn't bother me at the slightest. But the frame rate issues make this so much harder than it needs to be. And that's the other reason I play the other way. It actually, for some reason, playing from the other direction, because when you play from this way, you're coming in from the top and you're going down. And it's rendering, like, you can see how much this game has to render in real time coming from this direction. Like, this place is huge, and it's all, like, loose timber and shit. And the engine's just struggling to render at all. I think if the game had more development time and it wasn't pushed out when it was, they probably could have got these issues sorted out a little better. But yeah, like I said, like, as it is, it can get pretty damn near unplayable in this area at times. Okay, what's over here? Actually, this is where the bonfire's just over here, isn't it? Come here, you! Ugh. Okay, now from here I want to go where let's see. Actually, I want to go back. Yeah, you can see there's all this shit down here. Like, this area is literally huge, and we're going to be in here for a few episodes just because of the sheer size of it. But I'm actually going to go back. There's an item over there, and that's the way you get to the bonfire as well. It's kind of there as a fucking cheeky way of putting it in there. You can see that? I hate making this jump. It's a lot easier if you unequip everything that's kind of heavy. Okay. Platforming in Dark Souls! Oh, fuck. I almost fucked that up. Oh god, it gets me every time. It's terrifying. We also just picked up a Iato. Iato. I don't know how it's pronounced. It's got a B deck scaling, which is nice. It's a katana. Katana forged in an eastern land. The katana is drawn from the scabbard at lightning speed using an Ianjutsu technique. Ianjutsu allows wielder to charge forward swiftly to cut down distant foes. So, I don't know, I've never been a fan of the katanas in these games. I don't like the way they feel. I know a lot of other people dig them, and that's good for them, but for me personally, not not for me. How do I get to that guy? Do I just jump down here? No, surely not. There must be another way to get to that guy. You can see the bonfire over there for the area. The first bonfire. Can I just drop down here? Yeah. Oh man, I get so terrified coming through this area every time. I hate it. I mean, I love it. I love the design of it. It really puts me on edge. Okay, now let's level up. Let's put up for... since we're going to be dealing with a lot of poison, vitality is a good option. Now... a lot of people think Blighttown is underground because he came through the sewers, but if you look over here, you can actually see the sky. And you can actually see the branches of a tree. What does that mean? Well, I can actually show you exactly where Blighttown is once we get back to Firelink Shrine again. Because you can actually see roughly its location from there, and a lot of people realize that. A lot of people think just because it's dark and shit in here that this place is underground, but that isn't actually the case. Although I'm certainly not going to blame anyone for thinking that, because it definitely does look that way. Okay, that's you, Dad. Oh god, this dogs, they breathe fire. Like that! Jesus! I didn't realize there was two of you suckers! Holy shit, that scared the bejeebers out of me. Oh, I missed a few items there apparently. How do I get up there? How many of these items are essential? Probably not many, if any. But I've seen them now, and I want them. Ah, there's the ladder. That's the other thing you'll find yourself... Damn it, you asshole. You guys are jerks! Yeah, I don't think they ever really drop anything interesting either. They're just kind of like ugly guys that drop things that don't drop anything. And sometimes shoot poison. Now, the guys that shoot the toxic darts, they don't actually respawn, which is nice. As you can tell, I'm already utterly lost because I don't come around, as I said, I don't really come around this way that often. Da-doo! Do a little roll there. Come around here. Is there anything? No. Oh, God. This place does my head in sometimes. Sometimes you can find good places to roll to get access to other areas, but it's mostly ladders. So in this episode, my goal is to get down to the base of this place, and that's it. That's as far as I'm going. Once we get to the base of the base of this joint, we'll be moving on to we'll be going back to Firelink Shrine to do a couple little things there. And there's a guy shooting toxic at us. I'd like to survive long enough. If I can beat this guy, then I can get up there to take care of that dude. Oh my god, the frame rate! Holy Christ! So bad. And it actually runs better on the Xbox One than it does on the original Xbox 360, so the frame rate's this bad on the Xbox One. You can probably imagine how bad it was on the where is that guy who was spitting at me anyway? I can hear his darts hitting that wall, but I can't see where he is. Missed an item up there, but whatever. Must be a ladder here somewhere I can climb down. Or just another rickety bridge. Actually, I think there's a good shield up here somewhere, a good tower shield. Very good shield for boys somewhere. Wait, so I can come down here but there's nothing? What? Oh, there's a ladder. Oh, there's also that creepy thing there. Which is a thing and is creepy. And it's hard, I believe it's protecting a pyromancy. I believe. Yeah, there's a better view of what we're looking at down there. Yeah, this area could have been, there's definitely things they could have done. All I had to do was say, you know what, we're not going to render the whole fucking area at once. Or we'll make it darker so that you only have to render a smaller amount of space, and that way the frame rate will hold up. Which is something that, like, Dark Souls 2 has a very similar area called, something that I've completely forgotten. I've completely forgotten what the Dark Souls 2 one's called. But they made it incredibly dark to the point where you can't see anything, which you might think would be annoying. But in reality, it makes it much easier to navigate. Just because the frame rate isn't constantly chugging at half a frame a second. Alright, if we come down here to this, I believe... Yes, the Eagle Shield. This is a tower shield. I'm gonna go up here where it's safe. This is a tower shield, and it's a bit alright. Great shield with an eagle design, lightest and easiest great shield to handle. Great shields are very stable and deflect attacks, but one cannot parry it and set bashes with a shield. So, great shields, if I look at its weight, like it weighs 6, it's not entirely horrible. But, because of their weight, they're good for, if you're a light character and you're having issues with your poise, something some people who play light characters like me like to do is actually equip like really heavy shields. So they're still wearing light armor, but by having that heavy shield, you can still get that poise bonus. It's not mandatory or anything, but it's a neat little trick. And it's that diversity with what you can do that makes Dark Souls so special, I think, in terms of character builds and things. Oh, got his attention. Come on up. Got something for you. Oh, you survived. Hot damn. Oh, piss. Oh, piss. Definitely need to keep my shield up because of these toxic cunts everywhere. Oh, what? Another one? Really? I am thankful. And you can see, like, well, he's actually beating me with a corpse. That is his weapon. He's carrying a dead body around. Classy. Stay classy, thing, a majiggy. Yeah, it's weird. Like, there's a lot to love about this area. I love how handmade it feels with all the individual wooden planks and stuff everywhere, and it's how maze-like it is. Like, I don't necessarily think is a bad thing. I don't think I can hurt this thing from here. Maybe it can? Ow. I think you can kill it with, like, a bow and arrow, which I don't currently have one of. But... yeah, okay. Let's just not deal with that guy right now. You can get in there behind him to, like, stab him and shit. I won't lie, I'm kind of lost, because I don't come this way very often, and I don't know where to go next. Oh, I can just keep coming down here, I suppose. Oh, I know where I am. I know this guy. Ow. Oh, no! Oh, shit! Alright, I'm back, and I just killed these guys by ladder, and one of them actually dropped something. Oh, it's just large souls. Weird, that's a really weird item for them to... I can't think of any other enemies that just drop clumps of souls. That's really odd. Very, very weird. Alright, now I'm ready for this guy this time. Now I remember he's here, now I know where I am. Oh, fucking hell, this guy, though. It's that knockback, because you're in an area where, like, there's edges everywhere. Oh, shit. And now you got another guy following you. Of course. And, unfortunately, these guys do respawn when you die. Which... oh, fuck. Really? Another guy? Where the fuck did you come from? Jerks? Jerks everywhere in this game. Why so many jerks? He must have followed me from somewhere else. Anyway, now we can come in here. Ugh. This place gives me the willies. There's nothing over there particularly. Aha! Is that the way to kill the creepy... no, because it was up here somewhere, wasn't it? There's a way of getting behind that damn thing and, like, killing it. Let me come around here. Maybe it is down lower than here. Because I know there's definitely a way of doing it. Ah, whatever. Whatever. On my way, wood. Oh boy, I can't wait to get to the bottom of Blighttown and never come through here again. I will say, if they do end up doing that remaster of Dark Souls, which I hope they do, and if they do, you can bet your ass I'll be doing another Let's Play of it. Against... you'll be like, no, don't! I'm sick of it. And I'll be like, too bad, here it is. It'll probably already be fucking announced by the time I get this thing out. Alright. Slide down. Good lad. It's going to introduce a new enemy soon too. There are mosquitoes in here, which are very similar to the mosquitoes in Demon Souls actually. They operate on almost the exact same way. Also got these firebugs down towards the muck. Towards the mucky muck. Oh! How did that miss? And they shoot fire, which you might be like, why are there fire-breathing bugs in the swamp? That's a bit strange. To which I respond, it is, and there's a good reason for it, because where this area is connected to, well, it tells you a lot about, it kind of tells you a lot about why. Also, if you come in here, I think this is the same room we were in before, and you can use that to get somewhere. I think you can climb back up here somewhere to get to the, oh, God. Why, God? Why? Why is this a thing? I don't have to do this, but I am. Wait, there's nothing here. I was expecting maybe like a ladder or something, but there's like nothing at the end of this. Unless this is for people who are like good enough at platforming to jump down here, in which case, wow, you guys, wow. You guys are nuts. I couldn't do it. Fuck that noise. Alright, so there's nothing worth exploring there, so let's go this way. Sorry that some of these episodes have been a little bit long too. Well, maybe they haven't. I don't know. I recorded for 40 minutes the other day, but I guess by the time I cut out my backtracking, maybe it's a bit less than that. I don't want these episodes to be too long. I find Dark Souls is really easy to like just do in little chunks. Some people might prefer... I know a lot of people when they play Dark Souls, especially in Let's Play capacities, they prefer doing like the longer playthroughs, but for me it's kind of like one main bonfire to the next is all I really need to be satisfied with how much I've played sometimes. Oh, there's someone shooting toxic at me from over there. Ah, there they are. Okay. Not for long. Yeah, for some people say that they admitted that these toxic guys were cheap because after you kill them, they don't respawn. Wanderer Hood. That's a cool set and a falchion. We'll have a look at that soon. When I feel safe, when we're at the bonfire for this little area. At the bottom here, which we should be getting close to soon. I can tell by the difference in the enemy types. You can almost kill those guys in one hit. Close! Oh, fuck you, mosquito! Oh, fuck. No, bad situation. Heal, heal, heal! Oh, God. Fucking camera. Oh, I was locked onto this bastard. Oh, I hate these guys, by the way. These guys are the worst. Oh my God, I can't believe that worked. These guys are actually easy to, believe it or not, to, as long as I have my shield up, these guys can't really do a lot to me, but... Yeah, if you've got, like, a ranged weapon or a... I mean, this is a ranged weapon, but... Unless you do an overhead, you can't really... There we go. As long as I got this shield out, those guys aren't gonna poison me, but... On the odd occasion they do poison you, it's a pain. Almost at the base of Blighttown, ladies and gentlemen. We're almost there. Don't even have many souls to show for it. That's Blighttown for you. It's a hard place where things dish out very little in the way of, like, souls. So you don't really get to level up or anything exciting once you get to the bottom. Oh my God, there's 3 of these guys here. Let's kill this guy. And then we'll jump down on this dude. Oh, got them both! Nice! That was actually pretty good, Dan. Well done. 10 out of 10. And... oh, he fell through. Alright, let's see if I can... Yeah, so once you're in this swamp here, you start getting poisoned, which is obviously bad. Nobody wants that. Thankfully, the enemies down here are actually pretty weak. Ugh. This shield does shit all against fire damage. So the reason that we're not doing all of this area today is because there's actually a shortcut I can take from here to get back to Firelink Shrine, and from Firelink Shrine we can get back to the Undead Asylum, and we have a key now that we found a couple of episodes ago that we can use to access another part of it. And in that part of it is a key, which will mean that we can travel through that disgusting swamp without... We'll still get poisoned, but we won't get slowed down, which is a massive, massive boon. But do I even have enough to level up? I don't. Alright, well, thank you for joining me, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're enjoying the series. Please let me know in the comments below. Next time we're going to be making our way back to Firelink Shrine, back to the Undead Asylum, and then we're also going to go and see Andre and get ourselves some upgrades with that new Ember that we have. So I'll hope you'll join me for that. So thank you for joining me this time. I can't wait to see you again next time, and peace out, and as always... Where is it? Have a good one!